I don't know how to start this video, so I'm just gonna start talking. It's been a while since I've done like a rant type video where I just sit down and chat shit about what's been going off in my life and stuff that's pissed me off or upset me or whatever. I used to do these types of videos all the fucking time when I started my channel, but when you get more subscribers, obviously I don't have loads, but we broke 3,000 this year, which was pretty fucking cool. So yeah, I haven't done one for a long time. Basically, like, I just feel like, well, I don't anymore, but I guess I do, or else I wouldn't be still talking about it, would I? Like, I feel like a fucking criminal. I feel like I've done something wrong when I genuinely haven't. Like, I'll just start from the beginning. Basically, Christmas Eve, my birthday is the 23rd, right? So the day after my birthday, Christmas Eve, the 24th, I was at work, and the plan was we were going to go to my partner's parents for Christmas, which we did. I got picked up after work and went to their house. And basically it's chill, like it's really fucking chill there. We can do anything we want within reason, and you can smoke, like drink if you want to, like eat what you want, make a cup of tea, like you basically do whatever you want. We're welcome and we're comfortable and made to feel at home. It's nice. We got there and I found out that they'd like thrown me a mini party, not like a full-on party. It was just like a kid's tea party in a way. There's a little buffet, there was a banner that said happy birthday, and there was like some balloons and stuff about, and it was just nice. It was a nice little thing that I didn't know was happening. They gave me a present and it was very nice. But yeah, after that, Jay's mum had to go pick up his grandma, so I took the keys to her shed and went and rolled myself a joint and smoked it. Because like it's just chill, you know, you can do that anytime you want. She's like, my keys are there, crack on, do what you want. So like they don't smoke in their house, and they don't really smoke at the door, on the doorstep, before it's dark. Anyway, it was dark, but it was still early. I think it was about 6 o'clock, so it was still early. So we went and smoked. I went and smoked in the shed. This is a lot of rambling, but I'll get to the point eventually. I'm just trying to set the scene. Went to the shed, was in there for like 20 minutes just smoking this joint, chilling, decompressing from work. It had been busy because it was Christmas Eve. When I got back, Jay's grandma was there because that's who his mum had been gone to pick up. Not bothered in the slightest that I come in smelling like weed. Literally was like, oh hi, said happy birthday and stuff and Merry Christmas and all that jazz. And yeah, like nobody gave a fuck. It was fine. It was relaxed. We had a bit of food, chatted. Jay's mum took his grandma home, and when she got back, we went back to the shed and smoked a massive joint together. A joint each, like we didn't share. She smokes with Becky and I don't, so obviously I had my joint, which, I mean, technically it had a little bit of backwood in there, so it's not, but that's not the same as smoking with cigarette tobacco. Cigarette tobacco is disgusting, so that's a different point, okay? This is just, again, random details that you don't really need to know. We went to the shed and we smoked fat joint together and we chatted some shit and had a laugh and that, and then when we came back inside, I'm not sure what we did. We ended up watching a movie anyway, and then a little bit later, again, went to smoke on the back doorstep because it was late by that point. Basically, what I'm trying to set the scene that the vibe is very chill, very welcome, very do whatever the fuck you want, I don't care, like type thing. Just, you know, my house is your house type deal. And it's just nice. It's very good, and I like it there. And we had a great time. But next day, Christmas Day, did Christmas Day things like you do. And then the day after that, Boxing Day, yesterday, my sister came to pick us up to take us to my dad's house, which we've done every Boxing Day basically since we were kids. So everything was fine in the morning. Voice crack. I went out to the shed with Jay's mum at 12:30 to smoke a joint. It was baked for a couple of hours. My sister came to get us about 3:30. And this is where it gets fucked, right? Because I don't like to say that I don't like my family, but sometimes it feels like my family don't like me. I don't know why, like, I'm the weirdo, I'm, like, the fucking, the youngest one, the little fucking black sheep, whatever you want to say, like, the emo kid. I was gonna say the emo boy, then that brings me to my next fucking point, the tranny, the gay one, like, I'm that guy, you know, I'm the family shame, basically. It's not that deep, like, so anyway, like, we'd had a good morning, we'd eaten fat breakfast sandwiches, smoked a big joint, I'm pretty sure we'd had some cake, and watched some other Christmas shit on the TV, and we were having a good time. We were supposed to, later that afternoon, we were gonna obviously smoke some more and play some board games and stuff, and it was gonna be a good laugh, but my sister came and got us at 3:30, and we went, like, as soon as we got there, as soon as I opened the boot of that fucking car to put our Christmas presents in, first of all, there was a dog there, which was great, Luna, who I've looked after many, many times. Like, I like that dog. I wasn't mad about the dog being there at all, but, like, they never bring the dog. So this one year they decided to bring the dog. So there was no room in the back of the car for our gifts. We got some big gifts, like, we got a set of, like, a knife block, and we got big box of new pans and stuff, like, proper adult shit, bro. Like, I was so excited when I opened those things, but I realised I felt every single one of my 29 years when I opened up that knife and pan set, because I was buzzing. So yeah, we had some big gifts in big bags. Like, the bag that we've got is probably, you know, it comes up quite high on me. I know I'm only short, like, I'm 5'3", but it came up quite high on me. And I didn't see the text before I got to the car, so we had all of the shit with us, and she goes to me, I don't think it's gonna all fit. And it's like, I go out with my sister quite a lot, see her frequently, spend quite a bit of time with her. Obviously, she's my sister, I know her. And as soon as I opened that fucking door, I could tell that she was in a bad mood. And it was because her boyfriend was next to her, and he's a fucking mardy prick. And I don't give a fuck. I don't like him. I've never liked him. They've been together since they were, like, fucking 14 or 15-year-olds, so that would have made me, 12? Been together since I was 12, and now I'm 29, so that's a lot of years, right? He's always been a prick. He's always been a fucking arsehole, and should have left him years ago, and she tried to, but, you know, that's not my business to tell anyway. Point is, he's a mardy prick. I can be a mardy prick. I get told I'm a mardy prick all the fucking time, but, like, I try to participate, I try to talk to people. He doesn't even fucking try. But yeah, I'm still the bad one for some reason, I don't fucking know. Anyway, point is, the day turned as soon as I opened that boot, because he was being a prick. My sister was in a bad mood. Nephew was in the car, he was absolutely fine, he's always chilling. And the dog was there, so said, I don't think we're going to be able to take everything because we need to get present in the car. I just said his name, I'm going to bleep that out, actually, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right, so I'm going to take that name out. So we need to get his present in the car off of my dad. So it was like a police bike. He's 2 or 3. I think he's 2. No, he's 3. He's 3 years old, right? So he's small. It was a little, like, toddler's play police bike thing. It's quite cool, actually, but, like, you know, that's a different thing again. The point I'm trying to make is it would have all fit, but I didn't know how big this car was going to be, so it doesn't matter. I got for Christmas off of Jay's parents a couple of things, but one of them was this bag, right? This is a smell-proof stash bag, basically. You put your shit in there, and it's supposed to not smell. So I had my grinder, this one to be exact, and it's got some bud in it now, but it had way less than that, about half of that. It smells good. Anyway, had about half that, probably even less than half of that in there. That was in this bag. That was then sealed and zipped up. And I also had this and this. This has got one nug in it. Tiny, tiny little nug of some orange cream pie. Yes, it does stink, but it's in a medical tub. So, shouldn't smell at all, because you're not supposed to be able to smell anything through this. And then I had this, which has got a few grams in there, not a lot. It's apple tarts, and it smells, but it's not like the strongest smelling strain in the world. Anyway, the point is, it should not smell through the medical tub, and it should not smell through the smell-proof bag. So got in the car. These two tubs and this stash bag were in the bottom of my backpack, which was on the back seat of the car at my feet. We got in the car, chatted some shit on the way to my dad's house. And then when we got there, obviously we get out of the car, we go into his house, and we stayed there for a couple of hours. It was fine. I don't really like going over there, just because me and my dad have, like, I don't know, it's always been strained. I don't know why it has. I don't want to say we don't get on, but we butt heads a lot. I feel like, I hate saying this, fucking hate saying this, but I feel like we're very, very similar people, and that's why we butt heads, and I'd hate being compared to him. But, you know, the fact of the matter is that we don't dislike each other. I don't think he dislikes me. I don't give a fuck really if he does. Sometimes I dislike him. But he's my dad, is my point, and I always fucking try, even when I feel like I shouldn't. Anyway, that's some more baggage. We get to my dad's house, we leave all our shit in the car, we go into my dad's house, and I didn't have a bad time. I didn't. Do you know what? I was actually sat there at the kitchen table at one point thinking, I think the kid was kicking off or something and crying and screaming and whatever. He just needed a little bit of a time out. And I remember sat there thinking, oh, I hope we don't have to leave now. I don't actually want to leave. And you know how many times I think that when I go to my dad's house? Absolutely fucking zero. No times do I think, oh yeah, I really want to stay. But, you know, last night I was actually kind of enjoying myself. I was sat there, I did have a couple of beers. My dad gave me a shot of this stuff. It's called Shanky's Whip. I think it's rum. I'm not quite sure. It tastes a bit like Bailey's, but not as creamy. And we were just talking. He's got like this little canal boat thing that I haven't seen yet. But we were talking about that, chatting shit, blah, blah, blah. And obviously, Marty Prick, my sister's boyfriend, was just sat on the sofa watching football, didn't even bother to really come and say hi. Even though I don't want to do these things, like, I'm not a people person, I don't like having to force small talk with people. I was there and I was trying. But he doesn't even fucking try, he's just a Marty Prick. As soon as we walked into my dad's house, he went to my sister, you need to take care of him, meaning his kid. His child, may I add, like the 50-50, mum and dad. He goes, oh, you need to do something about him, I'm going to kick his fucking head in. I'm like, that's your 3-year-old son? Really, bro? Why, just, like, you shouldn't have fucking... Oh, so... What was I saying? We were at my dad's house, we were chatting, having a laugh, actually having an alright time. I wasn't having a bad time. For once. And it gets to, I don't know what time it was a couple of hours later, we get back in the car, and my sister goes, have you got some weed? And I was like, yeah, I've got a little bit, why? And he turns around and he goes, oh, it fucking stinks. And I was like, okay, well, it shouldn't, but, like, sorry. And he was like, well, don't fucking bring any next time. And I was like, it's medical. And he goes, oh, it's medical, is it? And I was like, yeah, it's actually prescription, you've got nothing to worry about. And then he shut his fucking mouth up because he didn't have a reply to that, like, and he's just a cunt. Like, he made us drive back to my house, which was like 20 minutes, not very long, 20 minutes or something like that, all the windows down on December evening, with his 3-year-old kid in the back, window fully down next to him, because this prick is such a cunt that he would rather, like, potentially give his son a cold. I'm not bothered about me, like, I'm sick, yeah, I don't care, it doesn't matter. But, like, how much of a selfish cunt do you have to be? It's a little bit of bud. I didn't even have that much on me. I had a couple of grams and a little bit in a grinder. And he kicked off so fucking much. Like, he didn't have a comeback when I said it was prescription. He just shut his mouth and kept looking forward. But, like, grow the fuck up, you knobhead. I've had this prescription. I had it back in 2021, and then I stopped in 2022 before I had surgery, and I recently just got it back. So I've had it for a long time, okay? He's been at my house, not very often, because why would I invite him over? He's a fucking cunt and I don't like him. But he's been at my house to come and, like, get his dog back, basically, when I've looked after him, or when my sister's come and dropped something off or whatever. And he can't fucking say shit because this is my house, right? And my sister comes over here all the time, obviously, like, I see my sister, and she knows that I smoke weed, and she knows that I've got a prescription, and I'm sure that she doesn't love it, but she doesn't have a problem with it, because it's been happening for fucking years. And this prick, he's just such an absolute knobhead. Like, imagine saying to somebody, don't take your medication with you when you're going to somewhere over Christmas because I don't want to smell it for all of 20 minutes when I'm in a car with you. What a selfish cunt. Like, honestly, he's such a fucking knobhead. And I just can't be bothered. It made me feel about this fucking big is the problem. Like, it made me feel so small. And I was so pissed off, and it ruined my fucking night. For no reason. Like, the one time I was actually having an alright time at Boxing Day, on Boxing Day at my dad's. And I wasn't fucking hating every second of it like I usually do. And then we get back in the car and he's just a cunt. Like, I fucking hate people. And the fact that he's such a prick, he acts like he's so much better than me when he's done fuck all. Like, he's basically scrounged off my sister since he was like fucking 15-year-old. And he acts like he's so high and mighty. I don't know why he bothers to come. He clearly didn't want to be there. He doesn't join in with family shit at any other time of the year, and every time he does come to any kind of family event, be it a meal or like a party or just like a gathering of some kind, Marty fucking prick, man. I don't know why he don't just stay at home. Best thing my sister could do is fucking leave him. It's just so, like, unnecessary. There was no need for it, and it's really fucking pissed me off. And I hate the fact that I'm sat here thinking about it almost 24 hours later, because I'm just not fucking thinking about it. It's not him that I'm bothered about. Like, he's a prick. I would just bring weed on purpose to stink of it, just to fucking annoy him sometimes. Like, I've never done that, but I think I might do that in future, because fucking what can he say? You know? What can he say? I've always been, I think, at least considerate, whenever he comes, well, he doesn't come over here, but if I know that he's coming, I will, like, light a candle, spray some air freshener. I smoke inside for my videos in my bedroom, but I don't smoke inside anywhere else in my house. Not that that matters, because it's a flat and obviously smells travel. But the fact of the matter is, even when he's coming into my house, I will move all my weed stuff out of view, out of my own fucking living room, where I keep my rolling tray on a daily basis, and all my vape stuff. I'll move it out of view, I'll spray air freshener, I'll do what I can to accommodate other fucking people when I don't need to. This is my own home. You know, I had a little bit of weed in the back of the car. It's not even his fucking car, it's my sister's car. The cunt can't fucking drive. You know, like, he didn't need to be there. And it's not like the kid knows. He's a 3-year-old. It's not like I was sat there in a back seat with a massive fucking spliff on. I had a little bit of weed in my medical tubs, in my smell-proof bag, which is not very fucking smell-proof, and I feel very ungrateful now, because I'm pretty sure I had a rant last night about the bag, when it's not the fucking bag's fault. Like, his mum takes her bag with her everywhere in their little van, and it never smells like weed in there. But for some reason, you could fucking smell it last night, and the smell-proof just wasn't smell-proofing. And I just can't fucking be bothered with it, you know? I try. I'm not a bad person, but I was made to feel like a genuine fucking criminal. I wasn't even high. That's the worst bit about it, is that I hadn't even fucking smoked. I had a joint at 12:30. And then, I'm pretty sure, almost certain, they'd got me a new jacket for Christmas, Jay's parents, so when we'd been going outside to smoke, I had worn this new jacket, and I'd made sure not to wear that jacket. I'd folded it up and put it in a different bag. I wasn't wearing anything that I'd smoked in. So, it's not even like, if I was high, if I had been and smoked, then, like, it doesn't fucking matter, but, like, grow up and shit like that. But I hadn't. I wasn't high at all. The weed hadn't left my bag. And I know for a fact that my sister wouldn't care. She would have asked me, yes, have you got some weed? And I would have been like, yeah. And then she probably would have been like, oh, I can smell it. And I would have said sorry, which I did. I texted her after the fact and I apologised, even though I don't think I did anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. Weed was in my prescription containers in my bag. It's not like I cracked it out and was like, oh yeah, look at this. Just grow the fuck up, bro. Like, grow the fuck up. It's bugging me so much that I'm just sat talking about it. But I don't know what else to do about it, really. Like, there's nothing else that I can do. I don't have to see the cunt again for another year, hopefully. So, I'm not bothered, but I try. Every fucking time I try, and I can't bother anymore. I don't want anything to do with this prick anymore. Anyway, my laptop's about to die. I don't really have much more to say on this matter, other than the fact that I just felt like a fucking criminal, you know, and I didn't do anything wrong. Point blank. And it was such an overreaction. There was no fucking need for it. And it just bugs me that every single time, it's not like, I was going to say every single year, but it's not just every single year, it's every single family event. This guy is a massive cunt, just a mardy prick, and everyone is just alright with it. It was like, oh, that's just him. Oh, we know. Oh, I'm surprised he's even turned up. Oh, this is an occasion, innit? What's he going to whinge about now? Type of thing. I needed to rant, basically, and I don't know, I might even just, like, delete this video in a day or two, but whatever. I just needed a rant because I do everything that I can to be considerate of other people when it comes to weed. I don't smoke in public places. I always go away to the side, you know, like, even if I have to go down a dodgy fucking back alley to avoid the general public and not cause a scene or whatever, I will do it. But people just can't accept that it's a medicine. Like, there's a smell, yeah, but lots of things have smells. Get the fuck over it. Like, I'm going round in circles now, and like I said, my laptop's gonna die, so the audio will be shit, so, yeah, Merry Christmas to me. And fuck everybody who's a judgmental prick. Don't know how to end this video. Annoyed that I'm still thinking about it. Annoyed that it keeps going over and over and over in my brain. I didn't do anything wrong. I don't even think my sister cared, you know, like, she was obviously, like, a little bit, she would have been bothered, like, she obviously doesn't want her car to smell like weed, and I get that, hence the smell-proof shit. But, like, it's like I said to her, you know, nothing would have happened if you'd have been caught with your car smelling like weed. I am a legal prescription holder. I had my prescription in its pots, and I have my paperwork with me at all times. So nothing would have happened. I'm sorry if there was a bit of a smell, but the smell should have been gone by the time that you got home. From my house to her house, it's probably 25 minutes, if that. Maybe 25 minutes. So the smell is definitely going to be gone by the time she got home. And he's just a knobhead. Like, he'd spent the entire evening sat in front of the TV watching football, not talking to anybody, and shouting at his kid, and then shouting at my sister to come and control his fucking kid that he was sat in front of just watching. And he wasn't even doing anything wrong, really, you know. But there's nothing to be done, really. I'm basically saying to myself, I needed to talk this through. I can't be bothered with him anymore. I've tried for many, many, many years, and I can't be bothered anymore. So I'm not a criminal. I didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't even high. That is the thing that's bugging me the most, is the fact that I wasn't even fucking high. But yeah, anyway, end of video, end of rant. This didn't mean anything to anybody. If you watched it, sick. If you didn't, then you're not even here right now. So, regular scheduled programming. Tomorrow, I filmed a video before I did this rant, so yeah, sick. Hope your day was better than mine. See you in a bit.